Hello everyone and good morning. It's just about 8:30 and I am in the middle of nowhere on an industrial estate in Bedford because I am waiting for my friend Stuart to turn up. Now Stuart is the gentleman that owns the very nice R35 GTR. That's a car called Betsy, and Betsy has been sold. Now, ordinarily I don't accompany my friends when they're buying and selling their cars unless they're doing something particularly interesting. And the change that Stuart is making, I think, is very, very interesting. So he asked if I wanted to come along and bear witness, and so that's what I'm doing. So just waiting for him to turn up, and when he does, we'll get cracking. We've got about an hour's drive to the dealership he's going to. On the way, we're going to talk about why he's selling Betsy and a little bit about the replacement, and you guys are going to see that very soon. So my friend Stuart has turned up in the GTR and we're doing that most unusual of tasks for a GTR. We are currently hypermiling because we are attempting to deliver it to the dealership with some fuel in it, but no more than it needs to have in it. So I'm now going to point the camera towards Stuart. We're going to have a little conversation with him as to why he's gotten rid of the car. Big question, obviously. So how long have you had Betsy?
2 years.
Yeah.
Thereabouts. Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like I'm doing a Living Life Fast video here.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, because we'll be going really fast.
Yeah, right. It's fast, yeah?
Yeah. It's fast. I like Ricky. I message Ricky quite often, actually.
Yeah, actually, I've got to say, this is the man that did get me watching Ricky's videos. So if Ricky is watching...
Yeah, Ricky, you're welcome.
Yeah. Was there any one thing that prompted you to get rid of the GTR?
Yeah, the empty bank balance. Quite simple. I don't earn enough to run it.
So, because we did a video already talking about the costs of it, but has it been more than you expected it to be, or?
When I bought the car, I thought, you know, I've got a mortgage. We're looking to upgrade our house as well, and that's normally I've got a house, I've got to get rid of the car, and I decided I was going to have an empty credit card and I was going to hurt it physically to drive this every time I wanted, where I wanted, how I wanted. And it's amazing how many £75 fill-ups can add up, you know, when you're doing 25,000 miles in it. So I've driven it hard, I've taken it to the ring. It's not wanted for anything while I've owned it, and it's probably cost me, I've got receipts for £4,000 in basic maintenance to keep it on the road and give it everything it wants. But even now, it will need rear brakes soon. There's another £1,000. I need new rear tyres somewhere next year, though they've lasted 10,000 miles. That's another £600. I'd like to have the bell housing done just to stop the rattle. It's getting worse. They do. They never fail, but they just get worse to the point you get them done. That's another £1,000. So yeah, it's time. I've had it, and also every single time I drive this, you know, I should be on Road Wars, being slated for being Criminal of the Year, because yeah, going very fast on closed roads is very easy. So yeah, it's time. And so what were the things that you considered as a replacement? The Type R, because well, I drove it in the dry and it's phenomenal. Real amazing grip, really comfortable, very fast, very punchy. The car that I am actually going to pick up, I test drove twice and then spec'd one up on a configurator and just couldn't justify the new price at the time for what it is. What else did I think? I would like a Lotus, but they're too much money, and the stereo's rubbish and the headlights are awful and it's too focused. So I've missed the practicality of this car, because I've done airport runs in this. I've done 500 miles in a day in this and it was fine. So I'd missed that kind of dual purpose car. What else? No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just something around 300 horsepower would be nice. I've driven an Audi S3 and it was very nose-led, and then the car I'm getting didn't feel anything like that. So I did like the C63 AMG I had for 5 months. Thank you, insurance company, for the 200 and whatever pound a day it was for 5 months. Yeah. They could have actually bought me another GTR for the higher cost of the car. But,
so for people that don't know, what happened there?
A young lady in a Fiesta, who probably can't get insured right now, drove up the back of Betsy, knocked it 2 meters, I think, with a Fiesta while I was on the brakes. So did some damage to the tune of £21,000, because it's got a ridiculous paint scheme on it. There's 12 layers or something. I've no idea. Speak to the guys, speak to Mulgari, who repaired it to a very high standard. Yeah, so it took 5 months to get the bits from Japan, and yeah, so I had a C63 the whole time, and yeah, they're £230 a day or something to hire. So do the maths, 5 months of C63, and I did like it actually. It was growing on me, but it took a while because it's quite crude, but the noise is funny. Yeah, so I do like those, but I want something that, yeah, doesn't need filling up every time you drive it. So yeah, the car I'm getting is going to be fun. It's going to be remapped within a month of me owning it, to be honest, just because that'll take it to 300-ish horsepower, so there's a clue. And yeah, it'll be fun. I have driven them. A friend of mine had a mapped version of this car, and it's the best back road blast I've ever had. And then yeah, just owning this has been amazing. I mean, if you want a GTR, do it. Just do it. Just even if you just do it for a year. I saw a video with an American guy, and he was like, he knew he couldn't afford it, but he went for it for a year, loved it, and yeah, it's ticked the box. And should my finances change, which they should once we move house, I would probably have another one of these. Not this one. I'd go for a 15 or 16 plate facelift if I could afford it, but I would have another GTR. They are everything you'd hope them to be.